just going to get started seated here, sitting up nice and tall. Just grow your spine long. Think about reaching up out of your waist as if I'm pulling one string here all the way up to the sky. And just notice if there's any parts of your body that might need a little bit of special attention today. Feel free to close your eyes, just relax here, relaxing into your breath space. Just a couple deep breaths here, get the blood moving, flowing through the body. Feel free to also move the flesh from underneath your sit bones if that feels more comfortable. And just start to really ground here through the tailbone. We're going to come into our Pilates breathing here. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to take a big inhale in the nose and we're going to let it all out the mouth. So unlike the yoga breath, Pilates breath is a big HA breath, like you're fogging a window in front of you. So you're going to inhale, exhale, open your mouth. Good. Inhale. Now exhale, let it all go like you're fogging the window. Open your mouth, HA breath, pull your ribs together, hug your sternum toward the spine. Inhale, exhale. Ribs tight, glutes tight, lifting through the pelvic floor. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath here. Now holding there, holding everything tight, squeezing, lifting. Inhale. You're going to feel your ribs start to expand from the side. Now let it go. Big exhale, HA breath. That's your Pilates breath. You want to try to hang on to that breath through the entire practice. That breath is part of your practice. It's part of the work, so it helps you stay in the work. From here, let's just reach up and long with our right arm. Press your left palm into the floor, stretching up and over. Full side body stretch here, sending the breath into the right side ribs. Stretching long, fingers pulling to the left side of your room. Sending the breath into the intercostal muscles that line your rib cage. Pull your right shoulder up and back toward the wall behind you. And see if you can look up. Now stretch a little deeper. Take a big inhale. And with a big HA breath, take it a little deeper. Slowly come back to the center. Press your right hand into the floor. We're going to take it to the other side. Big stretch up and over. As if you're stretching up and over a big volleyball here. So reaching and stretching, opening up the side muscles here, the rib cage muscles, the intercostal muscles that line your rib bones. Reach and stretch. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Let it all go as you pull your left shoulder up and back, stretch, 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 and then come back into the center. From here, we're just going to fold forward. Just let our head fall forward. Maybe the forehead touches the floor, maybe not. There's no expectations here, so if you have any expectations for your body, see if you can let them go. Using this opportunity to just open up the hips a little bit here. You may want to, again, sort of scoot back a little bit onto the sit bones. Maybe the forearms can come down to the floor. If not, that's okay too. Just stretching. I'm definitely feeling this in my knees and my hips and definitely through my low back. So see if you can walk your fingers forward a little bit here. Maybe straightening into the arms and lifting the elbows up off the floor as you drop the head and relax. Now take a big inhale. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Big HA breath. From here, slowly walk your hands over to the right. Maybe bring your left hand to the top of your right hand if that feels natural, and hug your left shoulder down toward the earth. Try to square the shoulders, stretching into the rotator cuff. And then we're going to move to the other side, back through the center line of your mat, over to the left. Right hand comes to the top of the left hand here, and you're going to hug the right shoulder down toward the floor. Feeling that nice stretch through the rotator cuff, big glenohumeral joint here in the shoulder. We've got to really stretch it out, stretching through the low back, and then back to the center one more time. Now from here, we're just going to roll over onto our knees, coming into a tabletop. You may need to scoot back on your mat a little bit if you came off of it, and that's okay. Now press back with the right foot and get a nice stretch here through your calf muscle. So you're pressing into the ball of the right foot, and you're just noticing the calf stretching out. It should feel really nice here. Bring your right leg up perfectly parallel to the floor. Squeeze your booty and pull your ribs together. Remember, T-point, sternum to the spine. Now, if you're having any wrist issues, then you can come to your fist or you can come down to the forearm. So Michelle's been having a little bit of wrist problems, so she may want to take one of these modifications. Coming on the forearm is also fine. If you come down to the forearms, be careful not fold into the low back. Okay, we want to keep the T-point engaged. That means you're hugging your sternum toward the spine, belly button toward the spine, ribs together. Now the booty is starting to burn a little bit. Let's take a few little pulses here. Just press it out, pulse it out. Feel the burn in the glute muscles. Engage your quads so much that you're really feeling it. Flexing the toe down toward the floor for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold the leg up here. Bring the leg over to the right and just tap the toe on the floor. Just tap it a little bit. Bring it back up and back around. Here we go. 4 more times. Tap, bring it around. Hip mobility working here. Around, 3 more times. Little tap and back. 2 more and back. 1 more and back. Really feeling that work there. From here, bend your right knee. See if you can get your thigh perfectly parallel to the floor. Now reach up and back with your right arm. Notice how difficult this balance is here. See if you can grab hold of that right foot with your hand and stretch it out, coming into a big spinal extension here, just stretching out the body. It should feel really good. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, then look up toward the sky. And if you fall out of this, just don't worry about it. You can get right back in. Slowly start to come out, moving into a tabletop balance here. This is really challenging. Pull it in, ribs tight. Keep that right arm lifted, left leg lifts, left leg comes up as well, and then you're going to come back down and press back child's pose. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm really feeling that in my left glute because your left glute is doing a whole lot of the work. Again, if you're having any wrist issues, you can always do the fists or the forearms to take the pressure off the wrists. Let's take a big inhale here. Open mouth, let it go. Good. Now hold that intention there. When you breathe in, see if you can breathe the side lungs. So big inhale here, keeping that T-point engaged, and then open your mouth, let it go. Stay in the work. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, open your mouth. Sink a little deeper. Press your seat back towards your heels. Maybe straighten the arms, getting a little bit more into the shoulders. And then from here, we're going to take the left hand back toward the face. As we reach the right arm up, we're going to take a nice side twist here. So we're stretching the right shoulder up and back. So notice here how I'm pulling the right shoulder back. I'm trying to stack my shoulders. And I just felt some movement in my low back. So probably some tendons or ligaments moving around back there. That's normal if you're feeling that, as long as it doesn't hurt. So just reach and stretch. This is a big stretch. Now take the right arm, take it back behind you. Go for the bind. See if you can hang on to that left thigh there and twist around. Open the shoulder. This is a huge shoulder opener. So if it feels too intense, then you can always come out of it at any time. Big stretch back. And then slowly bring that arm back up. We're going to thread through here in child's pose. We're going to thread our needle underneath, staying low in the child's pose. Stretching right shoulder down toward the floor, forehead coming toward the floor. Lots of options here for the left hand. You can feel free to keep the left hand straight, stretching into the left rotator cuff, or you can bring the left hand back and then the elbow, or even back to the small. The back feels really nice, and just relax here. Wherever you want to be with the left arm, totally up to you. This is your practice. You take any variation that feels good to you. Just breathe and relax. Maybe give your brow space a little massage here in the mat. Big breath in, use your breath, exhale, let it go. Stretching into the low back. We're going to do a lot of low back work today, so we really got to open up the body. Now bring that left hand back 1 more time. Reach up just like we did before. All the way up. Very nice. And bring it back down. Let's come right back into the tabletop here. We're going to do the left side. You're going to lift the left leg up and back, pressing into the ball of the left foot here to open up the calf. So just stretch it out. This feels so good. You can even move your heel back and forth a little bit in these stretches. You can do these against the wall. It feels so good for the body. Again, take your fist or your forearm variation if you need to for your wrists. And when you're ready to lift that leg up, left leg comes parallel to the floor. Make sure you're pulling your ribs together here, sternum toward the spine, flexing the left toes down toward the floor, up toward your face, making sure that everything's nice and tight, nice and pulled in, using your breath. Start taking your little pulses here, firing up the glutes, feeling the burn. Embrace the burn, engage engage your quads. Press it out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Pull the left leg up and around, mobilizing your hips. Take a little toe tap there, so hard, right? And then bring it all the way back around. We have 4 more of these. Here we go. No sagging in the low back here. Keep your T-point engaged. It's really important to use your breath. Remember that your breath is your fuel, your lifeline, your energy line. 2 more. Tap it down. Bring it back. Tap it down. And bring it back. Nice work. Now from here, bend into the knee. See if you can get a 90-degree angle right in your knee joint there. Use your booty to lift that leg up a little higher. When you're ready, bring your right hand over a little bit if you need to, and then reach back. It's a really challenging balance pose here. Big stretch through the spine. If you fall out, no worries. Just get right back in. Pressing through the hands. Really pressing through the right knee here. Get your nice spinal extension. Open up that shoulder. Feel that huge stretch through your quad, through the psoas on the left side. Just breathe. And if you want to challenge your balance a little more, look up. Falling out is okay. It just means you're getting a little bit out of the comfort zone. All right, slowly make your way back into the tabletop balance. Your left arm is going to stay up. Notice this is really challenging. I'm a little wobbly on this. It's okay. Slowly start to come back down. Very nice. Press back into your child's pose. Ooh, breathe it out. Feels good, right? Big inhale. Let it go. Nice. Right, I'm bringing the right hand back this time. You're going to bring the left arm up and big stretch. Open it up. Open the shoulder. Feeling a nice stretch through the low back. Same thing we did before. See if you can stack those shoulders. Bring the left arm back and around, maybe for the bind. It's your choice. You can grab hold of the thigh and open up that left shoulder a little bit, looking up and back. Open up the rib cage. And then slowly start to bring it back up. Open up the shoulders, reach and stretch here, and then when you're ready, thread it through. So we're threading the needle here in child's pose. So it's a little bit different from your normal thread the needle that we do in a tabletop position, but this one gets a little bit more into the low back and the hips, and it's a little bit more gentle on the shoulders. It should feel really good here. So pull the shoulders down. Maybe bring the forehead down toward the floor, straighten into the right arm, even pressing into the 5 fingers, or any other variation that you want to take with your arms, also fine. Breathe and relax. Slowly start to make that right hand back towards your face. Lift up again with the left arm. One more big stretch, full body here. Open up like wings, and then slowly bring it back down. Nice work. All right, from here we're going to crawl forward, coming back through the tabletop. Let's take 1 inhale, exhale cycle here. Big inhale, exhale. Hug your navel toward your spine. Now squeeze your booty, squeeze your sit bones toward one another, and roll the eyes of your elbows inward. Lift through your pelvic floor, and then all of a sudden you're going to start to feel your ribs start to pull together. Okay, this is the T-point. We want to really engage that T-point. Hold it here, squeeze everything nice and strong, and then when you're ready, slowly make your way onto the belly, all the way onto the belly. Lower down and relax. Just take a second, just relax here. We're going to do some exercises to work into the low back here. So the first thing I want you to do is just relax. I just want you to let everything go. You can rest either cheek on the floor. And just breathe. Take a moment here. You just did a lot of work stretching out your body. It should feel really good. Now we're going to get into the low back. So these might feel a little bit more strenuous to you. But we're going to start with a little bit more of a gentle approach to working the low back. And then we'll move into some more heavy-duty work. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands to the small of your back, and you're going to layer your hands on top of each other. Bring your head down, face down toward the mat. Open up your feet about as wide as your mat. We're going to move into what's called a sleeping lotus. So a little tiny bit of yoga mixed in with our Pilates class today, but Michelle and I don't mind because we like yoga too, right Michelle? All right, so we're going to lift the left leg up. Just lift the left leg up, stay right there. Really engage here, pressing the pubic bone down into the floor, pulling the sit bones toward one another. So you're squeezing your glutes together. Hang on to that, hang on to it. Now little pulses with the left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Right leg comes up, same thing. Really squeeze the booty pressing the pubic bone into the floor. Pull your ribs together. Make sure you're engaging your T-point to protect the low back as you start to pulse it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now press the pubic bone into the floor. Really engage the ribs here as you lift both legs off the floor. Both legs come up and just swim those legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right, now here comes our sleeping lotus. Everything is firing, ready to work. So we're going to lift the left leg up as we bring the right arm up and forward and around. We're going to bring it back, lower the left leg, rest either cheek on the mat. I'm going to rest my left, and then we're going to move to the other side. So right leg comes up, left arm, and then you're going to come back down to rest the opposite cheek. All right, so we're going to move into this one movement, one breath here. So whenever you're ready, let's get started. We're going to do 5 on each side and see how we feel. Here we go. Right arm up, left leg lifts, and back. Moving slowly. Moving through space as if you're moving through jello. Think about the air, like a viscous pool of water here. And keep pressing the pubic bone down into the floor. Make sure that you're engaging everything. Ribs, booty, everything is nicely engaged. Lift up. There you go. Up and around. You're squeezing the booty. There's nothing really easy about this. Just a gentle approach to get our low back styling, everything ready to work. We have one more on each side here. I'm really feeling the low back. You can probably tell I'm a little winded. This work is really hard. Lower down and relax. Just let everything relax. Just breathe. Take a little rest. Nice work. All right. Now from here, we're going to move into swimming. So we're going to bring the arms up in front of us, right up in front of us. We're going to lift both legs off the floor, and we're just going to swim those legs. So we've already done this. Now our arms are out, and our hands are pressing into the floor here. So just swim, swim, swim. Squeeze the booty, ribs together. Everything's really engaged. Now let's see if you can lift the arms and just keep swimming. Little swims for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep going. Now Michelle's going to keep going in this variation. I can show you if you need to slow down, you just touch the floor, okay? With the hands and the feet. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down and rest. Rest your left cheek or your right cheek on the floor and just breathe. We have one more set of those. So good for the low back. Relax and breathe. Now try not to hold your breath when you're swimming. If you hold your breath, it's going to be really hard, all right? So lift those legs back up, press your pubic bone into the floor, squeeze your booty, arms out. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Head is long. 4, everything tight. 2, 1, and relax. Whew, all right. So hard, right? It looks easy when somebody else does it, but I assure you it's not. The most important thing about swimming here is really engaging the T-point, okay? So pulling the ribs in, sternum to the spine. I say that a lot in my classes because it's really easy to lose that connection. All right, now from here, we're gonna press back up into our child's pose to stretch out the low back. We just did a lot of low back work. We have one more exercise, and this one's a little bit more challenging. It's called swan. So everything we've been doing so far is leading us up for swan. So just press it out, stretch it out, and just breathe. Take a big inhale. Big exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Very nice. All right, good work. Now from here, we're going to come right back down onto the belly for swan. So for swan, I'm going to let Michelle demo this because it's really difficult for me to talk through this exercise, and I'll walk her through it as well. So she's going to come in like she's coming in for a cobra. So she's going to place the fingers right at the deltoids. She's going to open up her feet wide like a mat. Okay, so it's a little bit different from what you might do in yoga. And then you're going to lift up into the cobra. So you're going to press into the hands and lift up. Now she's going to come forward and try to get the legs off the floor as if she's rocking forward. So she's going to pull the chest down to the floor. And then she's going to press herself back up like a rocking horse. She's going to do this a few times. There you go. Keep going. 2, that was the first part, setting up for swan. So if you want to move into full expression of swan, what you're going to do is exactly what Michelle was just doing, like your rocking horse, rocking up and back. And then when you're ready, you get some momentum and you bring your arms out in front of you, let your arms float, and you just use your back in order to rock. So she's going to give it a try. She's super strong, so I imagine she's not going to have any issues, but she's going to realize it's really hard when she does it. I think she's done this one before. Yeah, nice, so good. And then rest. We're going to do this 2 more times. Is that hard? Yeah, she feels it. It's definitely a challenging exercise. You have to give yourself a rest in between. 2 more times. So she's going to rock up and forward. Just rock, rock, rock. When she gets her momentum, she's going to bring the arms out. And she's just using the muscles in her low back to actually rock up and down. So she's doing this really well. She's staying in one line. If you find yourself kind of wavering like this, going to the right and to the left a little bit, no problem, don't worry about it. It just means that we got to strengthen the low back a little bit more. When you're ready, Michelle, last one, I'll do this one with you. You don't need to bring your arms out in front, right? That's just an option. So let's do this one together. We'll rock up and down 5 times and then we'll bring the arms out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice work. Press it back. Take a child's pose. It's always really good to take child's poses in between or after these low back exercises. Just breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Really nice work, y'all. So good. So hard. All right. From here, we're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Just roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. I'm going to move up a little bit on my mat so that my feet will be on the mat, so you might need to do that too. And then we're going to take a little toe stretch here. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what my toes are doing. And you can do this with me. You can turn your toes in here. And if you need to, just hang on to the floor. This is really intense for your feet. But if it's serving you today, then you're going to sit up. And you're going to get back up on the toes here. Really stretching into the feet. And just notice how challenging it is for the feet. Just breathe here. Try to breathe through any stress. You might be feeling your ankles or your heels, your toes. You can always come back and put your hands down. 1 more. Big inhale. Big exhale. Slowly come out. Let it go. Release. Pat your feet. Give them some little love pats there. Yeah. And then we're going to lean back onto the feet this time. So I'm going to stay sideways so you can see what I'm doing with my feet. I'm just going to lean back here. For me, this feels really nice. I can go a little bit deeper, I think, so I'm going to lift my knees off the floor. But that's just an option. You can keep the knees down. For some people, if you have tight ankles or tight feet, you can just stay right here and you're getting a really nice stretch with this compression through your feet. So wherever you want to be, you have 2 more rounds of breath. Try not to sink into the shoulders a little bit here, so make sure that you're pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. You might want to drop your head, relax your neck, and just breathe. Nice work. Slowly come out. Lean forward 1 more time. Pat up those feet. Little pats of love there. You can even smile here if your feet are not feeling so great. All right. Now from here, we're going to roll onto the sides to do some side lying work. So Michelle and I are both going to come onto the left side of our body. We're going to come into a banana shape with our body. So I want you to do the same. If you already have a Pilates practice and you know that you have an intermediate to advanced and you want to try to make this a little harder, you can have a straight line with the body. Okay? But you have to make sure that you keep that core engagement. So if you're not quite sure if you're keeping the engagement, we come into the banana shape. Now we're going to lay all the way down here. All the way down. If you have a block or a ball, you can place it underneath your face. Now, pull your top hip, whichever one is your top, it's our right. Pull it down such that your right foot slides past the bottom foot. Therefore, you have raised up your left obliques off the floor. Now, from here, we're going to bend the right knee. Just bend the right knee so the knee is sticking up toward the sky there. So you're going to raise that knee up toward the sky. And then you're going to lift the leg up without rolling back. Hold it. Now, drop the foot forward right in front of you. Tap the toe. Michelle and I worked on this last week. Lift the leg back up and then lower the leg down. So we're doing this ballerina exercise with a little add-on. bend the knee, lift the leg, lower the foot, tap the toe, lift the leg back up, and lower the leg down. Okay, this is really challenging, so make sure you're keeping the obliques lifted. We have 3 more sets here. So she's lifting the knee, lifting the leg, dropping the toe, bringing it back up, and lowering the leg. 2 more. She looks really good. Her form is pretty much perfect. We're just making sure she's not rolling back here onto her glutes and maintaining her mouse house, as we call it in Pilates. That's when the obliques are lifting off the floor. She has 1 more here. Good. Nice work. And lower down. All right, now we're going to back out of this one. So we're going to lift the leg straight up this time. Leg straight up. Now she's going to drop the leg to the front. Drop it to the front. Yep, just like that. And back up. And now bend into the knee. And then straighten the leg all the way back down. Straighten it back down. Yep, so now lift the leg up. She's going to bring the foot down to the floor. Lift the leg back up. Bend the knee. And straighten out. Okay? And up. And forward. And up. Bend the knee. And down. Couple more here. Lift up. Lower down. She's looking really good here. She's feeling the work. Yep. And then 1 more. Here we go. Lift up. Lower down. And up. Bend the knee. And down. All right. Take a little rest here. That's a lot of work for the body. Did you feel that? Yeah. She said she felt it. So that's good. I'm sure she did. I felt it just watching her. Honestly. All right. Now, what you're going to do here, make sure that you're establishing your mouse house. See if you can turn your top foot, your right foot, up toward the sky. Squeeze your booty a whole lot, pull your ribs together. Now we're just going to lift the right leg up, lift the right leg up, just a little bit, and then we're going to pulse it for 10. Just little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it here. Now we're just going to pulse, Michelle. We're going to keep pulsing as we pull the leg forward. So just little pulses as far forward as you can go. So just little tiny pulses all the way around. And then we're going to pulse it back. Pulse it back to where you started. Okay? Now pulse it up for 10, 9, 8. So keep your foot back here. Keep your foot back. She can't see me so hard. Just keep your foot here. Now little pulses. Turn your toe up toward the sky. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just little pulses forward. Just little pulses. Just pulse it this way, forward. As far as you can go without compromising the integrity of your posture, and then she's going to pulse it back. Just pulsing all the way back. There you go. All right. Hold it. 1 more set. Now pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulses forward. Little pulses back. Little pulses, little pulses, little pulses, and relax. All right. How did that feel? Was that hard? No, harder than. All right. She said it was harder than she thought it was going to be. All right. 1 more exercise here on this side before we move to the other side. So let's take the foot straight up to the sky again. Lift the right leg up. Lift the glutes up. Okay? So the glutes are really used to lift up here, and make sure your obliques are lifting. Now you're going to press the right leg all the way forward. So just all the way forward. So lower your leg back down. She can't see me, so she's having a hard time here. So bring your foot back where it was. Turn your foot up toward the sky. Now just press the whole leg forward. Just bring the whole leg forward, like you're trying to kick somebody out in front of you. But just straight forward. Just straight forward. There you go. Nice. And then bring it back. Keep it strong. Now bring it forward. Stretching through the hamstrings here and back. Good. Feel that? All right. Forward. We're going to do about 5 more of these and back. So forward and back. She's got it. Forward and back. 2 more. Stretching through the hamstrings. Last one. All right. Now we're going to bring it forward 1 more time. We're going to do some work here. So hold on to that. Now little pulses up toward the sky. Little pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little circles. You can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. Oh yeah, feeling the burn. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Little pulses. You can do it. Little pulses. 2, 1. Bring it back. Lower down. And chop it out. yourself a little shiatsu massage there. And then we're going to bend the right knee. So Michelle, just bend your knee and push your foot right behind your thigh and just roll it out. So just roll onto the back. She's really good. Just let it go. Yeah. So we're just releasing here, just breathing, relaxing. And then we're going to move to the other side. All right. So we're going to turn to the other side now. And now I'll be in front of her so she can see me. It'll be easier for her. We should have started on this side, Michelle. All right, now come into the banana shape here. You want to have your feet and your head on the edge of your mat. And remember, first things first, you're going to lift through the obliques. Lift through the obliques there. Good job. All right, we're going to come into our ballerina position. Remember, we have a little add-on where we bring the foot down and up. So here we go. We're going to bend the knee, lift the leg, lower and tap. Bring it back up without rolling back, bend, and down. All right, let's do 5. Here we go. Down, don't roll back. Make sure your obliques are lifting. Don't crush your mouse. And if your legs are a little bit forward like mine, that's okay. I'm trying not to roll back. I'm trying to keep my core really engaged here. We have 2 more. Foot down, lift up. Bend the knee, lower down. 1 more. Tap, up, bend, and down. All right, now take a little break. We're going to back out of that now, all right? So now we're going to lift the leg up first. Lift the leg up, lower it down, bring it back, then bend, stretch it out. This one's harder, I think. Lift, lower, lift. Oh my goodness, my leg just felt like it weighs 100 pounds. Whew. Maybe it does right now. I don't know. It's also kind of hot in here. We're in a very humid space, so we're sweaty. I don't know if you can tell. Ready? 2 more. We got this. We can do it. It's so hard, but I know you can do it. Really use the strength of your booty here and try not to crush your mouse. Last one. Move with control. Bring it up. Bend the knee and down. All right, rest. Whew, that is hard. All right. Here comes the work in our high butt muscle. This is the glute medius about to start working here. So lift that leg up a little bit. Turn the left foot up toward the sky. Take your little pulses. Here we go. For 10, just have fun with it. If you need to rest, that's okay. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now little pulses forward. Take it forward until you can't take it anymore. You'll know when it's time to stop, and then you're going to pulse it right back. This one's hard because it feels a little awkward. You really have to kind of train your foot. Lift it up, little pulses, and forward, little pulses forward, and little pulses back. Really getting into that high glute medius muscle. Lift it up, little pulses. Here we go. Forward, little pulses. You can do it. Booty is firing, bring it back, lift it up, last time, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give it a little rest, chop it out if you need to. We have a little bit more work here to do on this side. We're going to bring that leg back up, point your toes up toward the sky, and then pull the leg forward. Hamstring stretch, stretch it out, and bring it back. You can bring it a little bit back behind that bottom foot. See how I'm showing you? You just don't want to crush your mouse. When I say crush the mouse, I mean roll back like this. This is what we don't want to do. We want to stay up, keep that space in between the obliques and the floor. 2 more here. And back. 1 more. And back. Now bring it forward. Here comes the work. Little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pulse, and pulse, and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back. Bend the knee. Place the foot on the floor and open it up. Whew. All right. Sigh that out if you need to. You feel that? Oh yeah. She's sighing. I think she feels it. I definitely feel it. All right. Roll onto your back. We're going to do a little bit of abdominal work here, but before we do that, let's go into a figure 4 stretch. called reclined pigeon in yoga. Let's activate the right foot here by pulling the right toes back, maybe opening the knee a little bit more here. And just really feeling that nice stretch through the right hip. And then if you want to take this deeper, you can thread your hands behind your leg, pulling the knee in toward the chest, really opening up the hip here, keeping the right foot active. That helps protect your knee, really getting into the hip. Now let's straighten the left leg, pulling the knee a little closer to the chest. Should feel really good. I'm actually feeling it through my QL muscles and my low back. Feels really nice. Bend back into the leg and lower down. Very nice. All right. Now we're going to take a windshield washer here. So open up your legs about as wide as your mat and just windshield wiper, windshield washer, whatever you want to call it, side to side. Just release the hips. Should feel so good. We're going to take our figure four shape on the left. Same thing that we already did, left side. So activate your left foot, hug your toes towards your face, press the knee open here. Just open it up. Feel a little tiny little burn here in the glutes where you were working so hard. And then when you're ready, interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Pull the knee in. This is just an option. You don't have to interlace the fingers. You can stay right where you were. If it feels good, you want to go a little deeper, pull the knee in towards your chest, lift your right leg up. See if you can straighten it out, pulling the knee a little closer to the chest. Now bend into the knee. Maybe one more time. Stretch it out here, and then bring that foot back down. Coming back through the center this time. Soles of the feet come together, and we're just going to open it up. Coming into a reclined cobbler here. I'm going to bring my arms up to goalposts because that's just what I'm feeling right now. It's really going to serve me. You can have your arms anywhere you want. You can place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. If you want to go deeper into the shoulders, you can reach up long with your arms and just stretch them over. Up and over. Wherever you want to be, you choose. Just breathe. Taking a little rest here before we move into some core work. Sigh it out. Feels so good. All right, from here you're going to bring the knees back together. We're going to come into Pilates supine position here. So this is where our heels are about 12 inches from our glutes. And we're going to extend our arms long, pressing into the hands and pressing into the feet. Now from here, you're going to lift the hips straight up. So we're not coming into a back bend here. We're just lifting the hips up high. You're going to squeeze the inner thighs so much that maybe your knees even touch each other. Squeeze the inner thighs. Maybe touch your knees, pretend like there's a block or a ball between your knees, and then open them up a little bit, lower down halfway, and then press it back up. Squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the booty, pull the knees, maybe the knees touch, harder than it looks, and then halfway down. 3 more, and up. Knees pull in really slow here. You're working the abductors, your outer hip muscles. Lower back down. You're also using the muscles in the low back here. You're really good for the core. Pull the knees in. This is so hard. Whew, yeah. Bring it back out. Lower halfway down. And lift yourself up one more time. Pull it in. Maybe the knees come together, maybe not. And lower all the way down. Maybe one vertebrae at a time. A little bit of spinal articulation there. And just relax. Just breathe. That's way harder than it looks to actually use the muscles in the hips and the inner thighs to actually pull the knees all the way together. And if you do it as if you're moving through Jello, then you're going to get more resistance and you're going to get a lot more benefits out of posture. Now from here, we're going to come back into a bridge, but this time we're going to start to lead with our pubic bone. So we're articulating our spine such that each vertebrae is rolling off the mat one at a time. So press into your hands, press into your feet, pull your head ball like you're pulling it into a party hat. When you're ready, start to lift up, curl up. One vertebrae at a time, reaching the top, and then you're going to curl back down one vertebrae at a time. Almost like a little spinal massage, finding the neutral spine at the end. Now, curl it in and up, one vertebrae at a time, press, 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 and then curl it back down one vertebrae at a time. So see if you can feel each vertebrae as it lifts off the mat, holding at the top, and then lowering
vertebrae one at a time as you come back down into the neutral spine. So that's a little space underneath the low back. 2 more. Here we go. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you come down. Use your Pilates breath here. Roll it down. One more time. Roll it up. And roll it back down. All right, now we're going to roll up here. One final time. We're going to hold it at the top. We're going to take little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it at the top. Scoot your left foot over a little bit and lift your right leg up. Right leg up. Lift it up. Hold it. Really pressing through the left glute. Press, press, press. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Lower down. Lift the left leg up. Lift the hips a little higher. You can do it. Holding. 10 more seconds. Press, press, press. Lower the left leg down. Hold here. Hold it high. Squeeze the booty. Pull those knees in. Pull the knees in. Squeeze everything. And then lower down. Let it go. Oh, yeah. All right. Come into a nice full body stretch here. Take your arms up overhead. We're going to move into some roll-ups here. So you're going to stretch long. Inhale as you start to curl up head, neck, and shoulders. And you use your HA breath. Pull yourself up. Stretching over long, like you're stretching over a coffee table. Stretching nicely through the hamstrings. Coming back up. Good. Rolling back down. One vertebrae at a time. Arms coming up over the head. Inhale. Curl up. Exhale. Pull yourself up. Pretend as if someone's pulling you up. Keep your heels down and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Arms up. Big stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it up. Stretch it forward. And down. 2 more. Just like this. Should feel really good. Arms up. Inhale, exhale, come up, stretch it forward, pretending like I'm pulling you forward over the coffee table. Now you're going to curl down one vertebrae at a time, arms up over the head. Inhale, start to curl up, head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, bring it up. Notice she's keeping the heels off the floor. She's doing a really good job of that. She's going to roll all the way back down. She's going to take a little rest, and then we're going to make this a little bit more challenging. So here we go, Michelle. Big full body stretch. Now you're going to curl up, head, neck, and shoulders, coming all the way up, sitting up nice and tall. You're going to bring your hands behind your head now. So you can release your hands, or you can just place them right behind your head. We're going to make it a little harder now. So here we go. Take an inhale. Now we're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Keep the heels down if you can. Take an inhale. Start to curl up. Head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale. Pull it up so hard. Try to keep the elbows open like wings if you can. You can also release the arms here and then bring it back up, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. And if she needs to, she can let go of that bind that she has. Inhale. Start to curl up. Exhale. Pull it up. She did a fantastic job pressing forward and then sitting back up nice and tall. 3 more. Any variation that you're working is totally fine. This one's just a little bit harder to keep the hands back behind the head, but you can also go back to that original variation that we're doing. Exhale. Try to keep those heels down. Stretching long, releasing the arms or not. 1 more time. Curl down. 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale. Exhale up. Heels down. Stretch it forward. Now this time, stay forward. Release your arms. Grab hold of your feet and just relax. Nice forward fold here. You can wiggle your knees here a little bit if that feels good. Stretching forward. I'm feeling huge stretches in my hamstrings here. And then we're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. We're going to come back down to the back, but we're going to take a few breaths to get there. So she and I worked on this together last week as well. We're going to bring our arms out in front of us. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, lower down. Curl down. 1 vertebrae, just 1. Inhale. Curl down again. There you go. Nice. Inhale. Let's try to get there on 3 more. Exhale. Use your breath here. Use that Pilates breath, that force, that energy. It's like Star Wars. It's the force. Yeah. May the force be with you. Hold it here. I love Star Wars. Lower down 1 more time. Let's hold it. Let's hold it. Let's hold it. Let's hold it. and then lower down. One vertebrae at a time and relax. Good job. All right, now this time we're going to cross our hands over the chest. Cross the hands right over the chest, and we're going to lift ourselves up. So take an inhale and exhale. Pull yourself up. Turn your body to the right. Slight rotation back to the center, to the left, back to the center, and down. Now this time, keep the spine straight. Your heels are going to start to lift, and then you can curl down one vertebrae at a time. So a little bit of a different variation here. Inhale, exhale up. Twist the body to the right, just the body, not the hips or the heels, and to the left. Use your breath. Back to the center. Now, lower down with a straight spine. Your heels are going to start lifting off the floor. When they do, curl down one vertebrae at a time. We have 3 more. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale up. It's getting a little harder, right? Turn the body to the right. Just the torso. Spinal twist here. Really good for your spine. To the left. It's called spinal rotation. And back down. Straight spine here. And then I'm going to show you something on Michelle as she does her final 2 here. So inhale, exhale up. Good job. So when she turns to the right, notice her heels are not moving. So she's grounding through the heels. When she turns back to the left, you see no foot movement. And that's where you want to get to be in your own practice at some point. Okay, so that means you really have to be grounded. Now her heels stay down as she lowers down. You're trying to keep that spine nice and long. One more time here. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Good. Rotate to the right. No movement in the heels. Grounding through the heels. Rotate to the left. No movement in the hips. You're really grounding through the hips. And then you're going to lower back down. Straight spine until you can't. And then you round down and you rest. Pull the knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Little hug of love and gratitude for all that core work. We have a little bit more core work to do. We're going to work into the abdominals a little bit more now. So just pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. And feel free to rock side to side with your low back here. It should feel really nice. Giving the low back a little massage. We did a lot of low back work already in this class today. Remember, our box is what we're working on today. From the pelvic floor up to the diaphragm. So we're working on the high glute muscle, the pelvic floor, the abdominals, and the low back, all part of the core. All right, from here, extend the left leg out. Pull the right knee up toward the chest. If your left foot is hovering, allow it to hover. It's totally fine. If you want to ground it down, that's okay too. You might get a deeper stretch into your psoas there on the right side. And then switch. Left knee comes in. Right leg extends out. Maybe you want to ground from the right calf. You don't have to. If it's hovering, that's okay too. You can ground through it by hugging the toes toward your face, getting a deeper stretch through the psoas muscle on your left side body. Pull the knee in one more time. Now right knee comes back to meet the left. This time we're going to make ourselves really small. So I want you to see if you can wrap your arms around your shins. We're going to pull our forehead all the way up to touch our knees, making ourselves a little tiny ball. Good. Now, release the hands. Just bring the hands right behind your thighs here. Get a little bit of momentum and just roll yourself up. Roll yourself up here. All right. We're going to do one more abdominal workout here to close our practice. This one's going to be really fun. So this time you're going to bend your knees. We're going to use those breaths to lower down a little bit like we did before. So bring your arms straight out in front of you. Open up your feet to about hips width distance apart. Really round through the foot. Use your tripod foot here. Now take an inhale, and on your exhale, lower down. Halfway. Good. Now, twist to the right. Pretend like you're holding a ball into your hands. Coming back to the center. Twist to the left. Coming back up, and pull yourself back up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Go a little deeper this time. Now, twist to the right. So you're going a little closer to the floor. Your feet's got to stay down though. And then pull yourself back up. Here we go. 5 more. Lower down. Maybe go a little farther this time. Twist to the right. Twist to the left. It's getting a little harder. Pull yourself back up. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. To the right. To the left. The lower you go, the harder it's going to be. So I'm going lower each time. Inhale. Exhale. It's really struggling to keep my feet down, but I'm really staying in the work, pulling ourselves back up. Stay here. Now inhale, exhale, lower down. Find your maximum and hold it. Right where your feet want to lift up. Keep your feet down. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now have fun. Try to bring your arms back behind your head. I can't. I'm going to fall out of this. So I would have to raise up a little bit, and then I can do it. But if I do it from here, I'm definitely going to fall out of it. So see where your edge is and hang on to it for 10, 9, so hard, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Pull your knees in. Woo, yeah, all right. I hear some sighs. Nothing easy about that. Hug it in. Give yourself a little hug of love and gratitude for being here today, making your way into your space. Y'all are doing a great job. We have one more exercise to do today. We're almost finished. So Michelle and I need to scoot up onto our mats. She's going to stay this way, and I'm going to turn this way so that you can have 2 vantage points for the posture. So there's 2 ways to do this posture. We're going to roll up and over onto the shoulder blades, but you don't have to do that. So we'll show you modifications. But what it looks like is you're going to lay down, and your legs are going to be lifted here. So you're coming into this inverted staff pose. And if you want to, you can stay right here and just try to lift up, getting the sacrum off the floor. That's a lot of work there. Now, if you're comfortable moving up and over onto the shoulders, then you're going to take an inhale. You're going to exhale, legs up and over. Feet come to the floor or not. You're going to open up your legs to a V. Then you're going to lower back down 1 vertebrae at a time with control. And then you're going to bring your feet back together at the top. So this is rollover. Here we go. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, up and over. Open up the legs. We're using that Pilates breath. Rolling back down with the legs open now. And then close the legs. We have 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, you don't have to roll over. No worries if you don't want to. Just keep working on lifting your sacrum off the mat. That's hard enough as it is. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Up and over. Open up your legs. Rolling back down 1 vertebrae at a time. Really nice. Closing the legs. Last one here. Inhale. Up and over on the exhale. Good. Open up the legs. Rolling back down with control, engaging the core. Nice and controlled. Contrology. Pilates. Bring your feet back together. Pull the knees in. Give yourself a little hug. We have 5 more of these, okay? We're going to switch our legs. So hug your knees in, and you can try it. And I want to just show you something real quick. If you roll up and over here and your feet aren't touching the floor, that is A-okay. Just open up your feet and do everything just like I was doing, like Michelle was doing. Your feet definitely do not have to come all the way to the floor, okay? It's no problem. Now what we're going to do this time is we're going to reverse our feet. So we're going to lift our feet up. We're going to start with open legs this time. So we're going to inhale. We're going to lift up and over. We're going to close the feet, and then we're going to roll down. Now you're going to feel a little bit more of a stretch of the hamstrings, Michelle, on this one. Just notice if you're feeling that. I definitely am. Open the legs. Inhale. Exhale up and over. And then you close the legs, really stretching into the hips and the hamstrings. And then you roll back down 1 vertebrae at a time. Good job. We have 3 more here. Open the legs first. Inhale. Up and over on the exhale. Pull the legs back together. Rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice. Or last one. Open the legs. Inhale. Up and over. I think this is the last one, right? Legs together. Just make 5. And back down. Nice work. Pull those knees in. Nothing easy about that stretch. Now pull your knees into your chest. Let your knees fall over to the left, giving yourself a really nice supine twist here. My hips are definitely feeling this practice. So this feels really good to just open up my hips on the left. And you can take your left hand, or I'm sorry, my right hips are really feeling this. Take your left hand and place it on top of your right leg, right above your knee, and reach out with the right arm so your arm is in a T, and you're giving yourself an oppositional movement here. So you're pulling your knee forward as you're stretching that right hand long. It's almost like you're giving yourself a little adjustment, like a little self-tie massage. It feels great. Try to ground through your right shoulder blade here as you pull your fingers along in your right hand.
may be sending the gaze over to the right. And just enjoy this moment. Savor this time on your mat. Think about savoring the stretch. Nice supine. Twist with a hip opener. It feels great. If there's any other variation you want to take here, if you want to straighten both legs or straighten one leg, those are always options. You can go deeper into spine stretch when you extend that bottom leg out long and then try to re-grounding into the right shoulder. Just breathe. Inhale. Breath is restricted here. This is a really deep spine twist. Slowly come back into the center. Hug your knees in. And then let the knees fall to the right. You can stack your hips a little bit if you want to here. Now this side is always tighter on me. I have a little testy QL on my left side, so I have to take this side always a lot slower. Takes me a little bit more work to get that left shoulder blade grounded, so I'm just moving into this really slowly and mindfully. Taking my right hand, placing it on top of my left thigh, just above the knee, and I'm pulling the knee forward toward Michelle. And I'm stretching the left hand back toward the windows behind me, getting a nice stretch through the QL muscle on my low back. I can really feel that, and my hips. Just breathe. If there's any other variation you want to take, feel free. Maybe straightening through the bottom leg, maybe rolling over into it just a little bit more. Just wherever you want to be. Always know that wherever you are is a really good place. There's no right or wrong place to be here. And then slowly come back to the center. We're gonna open up our legs just like we did at the beginning of class. This reclined cobbler here, goalpost arms. Just gonna take a couple of deep breaths here to close the practice. Just feel really grounded here in your space. Notice your tailbone really grounding into the earth. Just breathe and relax. Big inhale here. Exhale. Let it go. One more. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Very nice. Pull your knees back in. Bring your hands behind your legs. Pull your knees back into your chest. Get a little bit of momentum here. Roll yourself back up. We're going to turn back around so we can close our practice together. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. And I just want to thank Michelle for joining me today. She has such a strong, beautiful Pilates practice. And thank you so much for being here with me today in our beautiful studio. It's a bright, sunshiny, summery day here in Austin. I think summer is here for sure. So thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you all for joining us. Namaste.